WCRD. We are live in color. What's up, Ball State? I'm Logan Chanel.
I'm Henry Wave.
I'm Kelly Smith.
And we are live in color. Today we have a special guest. We have Wes Crouch, running for Vice President of Cardinal Direction.
Yes.
All right. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so like they said, my name is Wesley Crouch, Vice Presidential Candidate for Cardinal Direction. Really, Cardinal Direction, we're a group of 4 people that come together for one common cause, and that is honestly students' concerns here on campus. I mean, our presidential candidate, Jacob Cash, he is a honorary Fiji president, and Jessica Sharkey, the beautiful Burberry scholar, Destiny Burrell. Her personality, I tell you what, you can't beat it. You just want to give her a hug sometimes. And we came together and we found each other and we go, okay, you know, we want to do this for the students. Let's make some positive change here and let's fix some things that need to be fixed. Awesome. And we have based our platform around 4 main points, and that's BSU can. Okay, we can do things. We can be visionary. We can advocate. We can be active, and we can be safe. And we have a platform to tell you about all those things.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting. Tell us a little bit about how you guys even met in the first place. How did you guys form?
Yeah, okay, so I kind of knew Jesse and I kind of knew Jake. Okay. And we formed about, those 3 of us formed about 6 months ago, I would say. Mm-hmm. And honestly, it was just basically word of mouth. I just knew Jacob Cash was a great presidential candidate. Jessica Sharkey was a great secretary candidate. And we found Destiny Burrell. We go, she fits. She makes our group. And honestly, that's how, I mean, we none of us planned this and then came to we found each other. And honestly, they're 3 of my best friends.
Mm-hmm.
It's a cool story.
So tell us about what got you interested in student government in the first place. Like, is this something that you've been doing?
So student government's always interested me because I think it has huge change and huge potential here on campus. However, it's a big commitment, and I grew up here. Okay, I grew up in Muncie, and when I came here, I knew this was my home, and it really started to suck to hear people say negative things about my school, yeah. And knowing I wasn't in a position to be able to change that. That's why I want to run, and because I want to say, hey, you know what? You give me that concern, and I get that, I understand that. Let's go see what we can do about that, because it needs to change.
Awesome.
I have a question. So
yeah.
You said be safe was part of your platform.
Yes.
So I'm a freshman this year, but I had heard about it last year. I wasn't here last year, but I heard that there was word of a gunman on campus and everything.
Yeah.
I think they found out that there was actually no gunman, right?
Correct.
But so how will your campaign kind of like help with? You said be safe. Like how will that kind of help with stuff like that?
That's a great question, man. So every platform point that we have said we're going to do, we are going to do, and we have receipts for that. But one thing that we would like to do is, a lot of people, I feel like Ball State is a very safe campus. It's off campus that we have to worry about. Yeah. That's an issue. It was actually, it's kind of a cool story. I was a hall ambassador, so I got to give a tour, and I heard a girl say, "Mom, I love it here," and she goes, "You're not coming to school here. It's not safe." Oh, and I didn't like hearing that, and that was one of the things that prompted me to say, we got to change this. So we installed the Brighter Muncie campaign, and we worked directly with Mayor Dennis Tyler, who is kind of my mentor through this entire election. Like he's the best. He's one of the best men I know. But we are literally brightening up the streets by installing new streetlights on those darker areas, so students can walk home and feel safe the entire time. Another thing is we are going to have free UPD self-defense classes. So like I said, when you're walking home on campus, if you want to participate in that, guess what? Come and learn how to protect yourself, because that's very important here.
That's really cool. Yeah, and so... Oh, sorry.
When?
Yeah.
So only if we're elected will we get to do our platform point. However, if not elected, these initiatives need to happen. And as a leader on campus, I feel like a leader is somebody that has influence. Yeah. And I'm going to make sure these happen. Okay, so I'm going to do anything I can to make sure these initiatives are still going to keep happening, win or lose.
Awesome.
Do you know of any other candidates who do have, like, currently any kind of similar plans in place?
Under the safety category, none of our candidates have anything of the same. Okay. We are the only ones that are saying yes brighten up these street lights. This is an issue, and we are actively participating in that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have noticed a lot of the street lights tend to just like
Yeah.
shut off the second you walk up to the street light.
Yeah.
Yeah, as soon as you walk
There's
up.
cameras.
Right, they're like, actually, we don't really need to protect
Yeah.
you, buddy.
You'll need to see.
Lights actually, I feel like they're like, you will not be safe. I'm turning off right now.
Right, yeah.
Gotcha.
That's
Okay. What are some things you want students to know about your slate and student government as a whole?
Yeah, honestly, so student government here at Ball State, a lot of people have no clue what it is.
Yeah.
And that's an issue. Like, that's another issue. And so under our BSU Can Advocate, that's what we're going to change. Everyone in here, I'm sure, has a cell phone, and we all use apps.
Yeah.
And so we're going to create a new SGA application for your phone. So guess what? You're going to be able to look on your phone, look at that app and say, hey, this happened in SGA today. Oh, I can look at this legislation. I can look at this student order or resolution. I can look at these things and go, okay, I'm connected.
Mm-hmm.
I know exactly what's going on at all times, because currently our policy and how to look at things is very hard to do. And if you don't know what to do, it's kind of hard to do. And we would like to create this app, and not only this just for SGA to bridge that gap between the students and SGA, but we want to bridge that gap between SGA and the rest of the organizations on campus. So we'd like to invite other organizations and say, hey, come put your events on our calendar, okay? Let's create this thing. Let's unite students. Let's empower the students.
Okay.
That would be really good, too, because, yeah, I feel like a lot of students don't even know that
Yeah.
SGA even...
Right.
Like, I mean,
I didn't know.
Right.
Right.
like, I only know because my girlfriend's part of it, but, like, aside from that, like, I would never even know who the president was currently
Yeah.
or anything. Like,
And
yeah.
we want contact information. We'd like pictures. We'd like newsletters, things like that. Get to know them.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to ask you, how do you think you can make students care about SGA and what they do?
And that's a great question. And that goes into, I think the only way to make them care is if we show that we care about them.
Mm-hmm.
And that's another platform point we'd like to do, and it's going to be called it's a social media campaign called #CheerForYou. And so, I mean, we come to school with 20,000 students, and you can't tend to every single one.
Right.
But like I said, social media is really big nowadays, and this #CheerForYou social media campaign, students are going to be able to tweet at us with their concerns, with their praises, with their goods and their bads, and we're going to take all those in. If it's a common concern, it's something we need to address, and that's how we are going to bring students in and really connect with them.
Okay.
It's definitely a step in the right direction.
I think so. Turn the direction.
Yeah. There you go.
I think it will definitely help unite the school in a way.
I
I
think
just
so.
feel like the schools are definitely divided.
Right.
Which is something we need.
I'm going to ask you one more question.
Ask away.
Just for the people who are voting, what do you think is something that they need to make sure that they research about each candidate before they vote?
That's a great question. Honestly, I just want people to dig into the platform and look at, is this feasible for students? And I want people to remember we are students, okay? We are taking classes.
Right.
Some of us have jobs, and we are the same as everyone else in here. We just want to step up and say, hey, we're going to lead these students. I just want to make sure people look at these platform boards and say, hey, this doesn't seem legit. This doesn't seem like it could happen, or this does seem like it could happen. I want students to get involved 100%. Of course, I want their vote, but more than anything, I want people to really understand what SGA is about and to get involved. And because this is our school, SGA is a big part of that, and it inflicts a lot of change here on campus.
And I've actually heard the process for getting into SGA is actually really easy, but if you can explain it for everyone, like how do you get involved in?
So, contingent on the amount of seats that are in there, students have to just get like 75 signatures on a piece of paper, and Ball State signatures, and you take it to Senate, you turn it in, and then they're going to bring you up to Senate, and then you just go up and say why you want to run, and then they open up for question and answer. You have to answer a couple questions, and then they take you out, and they discuss you, and they vote on you, come back in. If you make it, they clap, and if you don't, you don't. They don't clap, you're in trouble.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
All right.
But if you guys want to join and to be a senator, it's a process that is very, very easy to do.
Okay, well, we will probably think about that.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe not. I don't know what you're thinking.
I might check it out.
Yeah,
It might help.
Well, we're going to wrap up this interview. Wes, you're going to be a part of this discussion. We're going to talk about, right now we're going to go and talk about some things that are going on overseas right now. Let's talk about ISIS. Recently, this week, the 26-year-old American aid worker, Kayla Mueller, she just died. and ISIS claims that it was during an airstrike. I'm sorry. What do you guys think about that? Do you think that that's the truth, or do you think
That's
they're?
a lie.
You think
Yeah.
they're lying?
That's a lie. They always try to make up something to say, oh, this happened, this happened. We all know they killed her.
Yeah.
At the same time, though, like, I mean, they haven't been really secretive about stuff in the
Yeah,
past. Like,
that's
they
what I
usually
was
broadcast killing people, like, and they have
Yeah.
no problem with that. So, I mean, it could have actually been an accident.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because they have no problem letting you know
Like,
that they're murdering people.
like, they show you videos of people getting
Right.
their heads cut
They
off.
condone murdering.
Right, that's a
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Like, that's their thing. So, like, why would they lie about that? That's my only concern.
I think it's one thing that to look at this though. I think it's wonderful that you have people like that go into those dangerous territories
Yeah.
in order to cause change.
Yeah.
And they risk their life for other people, and that honestly it's incredible.
Yeah. It just makes you wonder, though, is that going to make people less likely to go over there and help?
Right.
Will journalists stop going over there? Will people who are trying to help wounded people, will they stop going? Like,
Because honestly, I probably would.
Yeah.
I definitely would have reserves going there
Yeah.
after someone just died. I have 100% would have reserves.
right.
And you're right. That's great. That's a great point.
At the same time, though, I do feel like you have to look at the bigger picture of everything. Like, no matter, like, in every situation, it's never as many people as you think it is.
Right.
So it's not like every single journalist that goes over there is getting killed.
Right.
So, I mean, I feel like the really powerful journalists, because, I mean, like, being a good journalist is going wherever the action is,
Yeah.
and I feel like they will have no problem with going over there. But that is definitely a deterrent, though. I wouldn't want to
Yeah.
go over there right now.
Like-
Yeah.
Everybody's like, I'm not going.
But somebody else will.
Somebody can go, I'm not going. Okay, and also President Obama is seeking approval from Congress to use military force against
Right.
ISIS.
Yeah, so.
What do you guys think about that?
I mean, my only issue is just like, I mean, he did just finally bring the troops back
Right.
from action like a couple years ago, and now we have to send them back out again,
Right
it
back
seems
out.
like. But I don't know. I mean, I've always had issues with America trying to get involved in general with everything that's not our issue. But, I mean, I feel like at this point, because ISIS is actually going out and just killing people, and they've killed a lot of our people, I feel like we should maybe go ahead and intervene there. But
I don't feel like it's really going to change anything, though.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Like,
Yeah.
what's going to be changed by this?
That's another hard situation. We also have to think about finances and where we are
Right.
financially.
Yeah,
that's the
true.
thing.
We
yeah.
have. It's kind of like when an airplane's crashing, you put your mask on yourself first before
Right.
you help somebody
Somebody
else.
else.
Right.
Yeah.
We are not putting our mask on first. We're putting it on the person next to us. And when we have issues in our own territory, we got to fix those first.
Right.
So I don't necessarily know if war is the best place for us right now.
That's some real stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we are going to wrap this up, and we're going to go to break, and when we come back, we're going to talk about some lighter subjects. NWA, Kanye West, not so light, but we'll talk about that when we come back. All right.
WBRD. We are live in color.
All right, we are back with Live in Color. And while there's war going on overseas in Iraq and Syria, there's also war going on here in the United States between our black men and the police and the authorities. NWA is coming out with a movie this summer, August 14th.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so what do you guys think? Are you going to see that, Wade?
I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. My friend, he said yesterday, yeah, it's just enough time for it to get cold so people don't get too hyped up over it and go start some stuff. So,
What does that mean?
I mean, it's going to be pretty hardcore, man. People are going to be like, man, I'm ready to go break something real quick.
Oh,
So,
God.
I mean, it's NWA, man. You know, they get
Yeah,
out there, man.
they can get you really violent.
They get you hyped. I got hyped after seeing American Sniper, dude. I wanted to go
Oh,
break
I
gosh.
still want to see that.
It's a really good movie.
It
It
was a
is
good movie, yeah.
We're getting off topic.
Movies have to
We're not talking about that one. Not that one. Not that one. Yeah, but Ice Cube's son is playing Ice Cube in the movie, and
He
that's
looks
really,
just like him, too. That was
He
pretty
he does
cool.
look like him.
I think the crazy thing is they didn't want Eazy-E's son to be in the movie at all.
Why?
I have no idea. They just did an interview while they said they didn't want him in the movie. I'm like, but you gonna have
That's
Ice Cube's
interesting.
son though? Like,
She's mad. I was like, how you gonna have my son?
Nah, but I'm looking forward to that. Yeah, because he sounds like him a lot too, from what I've seen in the trailer. So that'll be really cool.
He kind of looks like him too.
Right? Yeah. That'll be really.
That would
cool.
make sense because he is his son. Like.
Yeah.
What?
I would hope he looks.
I don't know where this conversation is going anymore. So what do you think? Are you gonna go see?
I think so.
You
I think so. That trailer had us kind of bobbing, and then the song stopped when I was rapping to it. It intrigued me.
Were you a fan of NWA before?
I know that song. That was about it. Yeah.
One hit.
One hit for sure.
Yeah. So, yeah, the timing of it all, though.
Yeah, it's really good timing since we have a lot of the controversy of black males getting shot up by the police. Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know. I think it's worth seeing. I think it's worth taking a step back and looking at what it used to be like in the 80s and seeing, okay, it's
like
still the same
now.
thing
Yeah,
now.
right.
And, yeah, this kind of
just proves times haven't really changed.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people now starting to actually put stuff forward for the movement as well. I actually saw Joey B.A., I won't say his name since he has a bad word in it, but he actually just released a song called Like Me from his album that he just dropped, and they have a music video for it that has like a little bit of Trayvon Martin and the other guy, what was it? God,
Mike Brown?
Mike Brown, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He was in that too, like, sorry. And they're just kind of showing a little bit of like the whole police shooting people who are unarmed and stuff. It was a little bit of that, so I thought that was really cool.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that we'll see some of that in the movie too, so that'll be cool.
Yeah.
But.
All right. Well, another artist that people are always talking about, or who is always talking about himself, is Kanye West.
Ooh.
We all know Kanye. What are you doing? So, yeah. What do you feel about him walking on stage during Beck's?
I got hyped up when I saw him walking up there. I was like, oh, she's about to do it again. This will be funny.
Not again.
I'm actually not surprised. Like,
yeah.
He claims now, it's kind of like he's backtracking and he's saying that, it was kind of a joke, like a play on what I did with Taylor Swift.
I think because of the fact that he had that rant afterwards, I don't know if anybody saw that, but yeah, he was having this big rant about it afterwards. I think that he was being real with it at first and he was just trying to throw a little salt there and just be like, I mean it when I'm doing this, but I'm not going to do it again. But
yeah.
I didn't like that. I think when an artist wins an award like that, you got to give them. I mean, that's a receipt right there. You got to give it to them.
Right.
And to go up there and to disrespect him at all, it doesn't make any sense to me because that is a respectful honor.
Because Kanye's still stealing some spotlight there. Instead of people talking about the fact that
it's somebody else's and you still have to be in it.
It almost feels like, he's kind of out of the spotlight. You got to get back in there, so I'm going to ruin somebody else's. I think it's just really selfish.
Yeah.
He craves attention. He's always been like that.
Right.
That's the sad part. But it's like he wasn't like that like before, maybe about 7 years ago. He was just chill. Kanye was chill. Everybody liked him. Then he just got crazy.
He had a little transition after his mom died, I think.
Yeah.
Kim's going to be mad, I think.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know, because it was funny, because we were watching Kim talk to, or like when he was talking to the people giving that rant, like Kim was just sitting there looking like she was just,
smiling.
She was in star heaven, dude. Like, she was just sitting there looking at him like, this is my husband, man. Like, he's saying that real stuff right now.
Oh, my gosh.
I appreciate it.
I hope she wasn't thinking that. I really hope she is smarter than that. Because that was ridiculous. But, I mean, I don't know. He claims that it was all a joke and, he meant something else by it. He didn't mean for it to
Jay-Z's
come off
face
that
was
way.
funny when it was happening. He was like, oh, shoot. And then he
wide-eyed, mouth wide open.
That was funny.
I don't think we should be making any jokes. Right when somebody wins a Grammy, it's like, it's so irritating. Don't make a joke at that time. It's not your time.
Right.
Because nobody even talks about the fact that Beck won the award anymore. Like, it's just all that.
It
Kanye did it again, man. Like,
yeah.
I just think it's crazy because he's going to say Beyonce deserved it. I mean, do you know how many Grammys Beyonce
Right.
had? I think she'll be okay without just one.
Yeah, she's fine. She's not tripping.
Did she win like 2 or 3? She won 3? Yeah.
She's always nominated for everything.
Yeah.
And I don't know much about Beck, but was this his first time winning a Grammy?
I think it's a girl. Isn't it a girl?
Beck?
No, Beck is a guy.
No,
Beck is a
it's a
guy.
guy.
See, that's
Oh, Lord.
But now he knows the name.
But now he knows, yeah.
That's
the
an
name
issue.
is familiar now.
Because I was just going to say, if this is his first time winning a Grammy, too, like, that was Taylor Swift's, like, first time actually being in the limelight for that. And then, like, Kanye just stole that from her. And, like, I hope he didn't do that again for somebody's first time.
Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
That was terrible. But speaking of that, apparently Kanye and Taylor Swift are doing a song together.
There was he was the second he did all that, he was like, "Hey man, I'm sorry, I'll write you a song. You know, we can do a song together and stuff." Trying to apologize.
Would you have accepted that?
No.
I don't think so. Like I'm like, what is that gonna do for
embarrass
me?
me like that and then try to write a song.
Especially since I mean Kanye's big in like the rap industry, but Taylor Swift isn't like part of that. So like it's not like him writing a song for her is gonna like help her like get her name out there for like rap or whatever. Like
I think what it comes down to when you're an artist is I'm a big fan of music too. I think what it comes down to, okay, Kanye's big in music, so is Taylor Swift, and the object to being an artist is to making good music.
Right.
And if somebody comes to you and says, "Let's make good music,"
Right.
you got to do it. Regardless if they've been throwing shade at you at all, you still got to go. So I kind of respect Taylor Swift for actually saying, "Yeah, let's try it out," because you got to forgive people. Okay,
Right.
he did something stupid; he shouldn't have done it.
Right.
But the fact that she is still willing to work with that artist to make good music for us,
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think it's really cool.
Yeah, I mean that makes sense, and that was back in like what 2009.
Right.
Yeah.
So that was a while ago. You know, I guess it's time. It's overdue.
very cool.
4 or 5 seconds was cool though. I like that song.
Yeah.
That's a good song.
All right, well, that's all the time we have for today's show. Thank you so much for coming out, Wes.
No, thank you guys for having me.
All right, and
Go join
that's
SGA.
Yeah, vote
yes,
cardinal
vote,
direction.
people.
Go for it.
Research,
Yeah.
vote. Okay. Well, remember, don't live your life in black and white.
Be live in color.
Bye, guys.
WCRD. We are live.